So here we go on a trip off to Hardhauf, and as you can see, the weather is absolutely awful. It's throwing it down with rain and it's extremely windy. So let's escape into the store, and the first thing we see is this Sony graphics computer. Yep, basically it's an electronic art pad for kids. Plug it into your TV. I don't know much about it. And next to that we have a Soul Calibur 5 joystick for the PlayStation. Very nice sticks those. And there seems to be lots of Super Famicoms this time round. Some of them in good condition and some look like they've been pissed on. See, that fighting stick for the PlayStation is still there because it's awful. And the Taito Denshi Go controller is still there too. Along with a load of Famicom clones. Up here we got a pretty cheap and nasty USB stick, and behind that we got this very strange keyboard and controller combination for the PlayStation. I believe it's from Logitech. In the glass cabinet we can see Wii's basically given away, and we've got a couple of Wii U's there at the bottom, and a load of 3DS's and a very nice looking Lilac 2DS. Up near the top we've got more Wii U's. They seem to be giving those away, and a very nice Sega Saturn with controller for 2,000 yen. Not bad at all. They've still got that big collection of 360s and PS2s up there, and PS3s. The raw cartridges without boxes of instructions are still aplenty. If you're into that sort of stuff, you'll have a good time looking through those. Personally, I like to keep the boxes and instruction manuals. Oh, there's an Xbox 360 remote. Tell you what, let's have a rummage around in one of these boxes, see what we find. A Game Gear TV tuner. Not bad. Pretty useless these days, there's no analog video. And what's that? We've got a composite box for the Xbox there. And a PlayStation multi-tap. Oh, and a Sad and Lonely Dreamcast VMU. And a Wii Motion Plus add-on for the Wii controller. This is a nice little device. It lets you add a second thumbstick to your Nintendo 3DS. And in the Game Boy box, we can see most of these cartridges are yellow. I don't know why, but Hardhauf seemed to have an awful lot of Tamagotchi 2 cartridges. On the junk wall we can see we've got the usual collection of PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, Xbox, PlayStation, Dreamcast, Sega Saturn, and so on. They've got crap such as Medal of Honor. Yep, don't want that. And then obscure stuff such as this Mahjong game. Some PS3 titles there as well. Want a car stereo? They've also got some HuCard games, but it's basically just junk that nobody wants. They've been there forever. A couple of nice interesting games in the PlayStation section, such as this Biohazard Director's Cut. Very cheap as well. And millions of RPGs. Some nice game manuals also. Okay, so let's head back to the house and I'll show you what I picked up on my trip to Hardhauf this time round. So we're finally back from our trip to Hardhauf. So what games did I pick up? Well, today we're going to do things a little bit different. Normally when I talk about games, I show the game up here in the corner, like a video feed of it. But today I'm going to show you the actual condition of the games. Main reason being is a lot of people ask me, are the games in the junk section actually junk, or are they actually worth buying? I mean, are they all scratched up, or are they in pretty good condition? Well, today you're going to find out. So, what did I find in Hard Up that was worth having this time round? Well, let's start off with a game that wasn't in the junk section. This is Strider 2 and Strider on the Sega Dreamcast on the Sony PlayStation. This was 4,000 yen, so not cheap at all. And it wasn't in the junk section. So let's take a look at the quality. Now don't forget, this is kind of a rare game or a sought after game, so that's why it's kind of expensive. Okay, so let's take a look. So opening up the case, we can see that we have the Strider 1 and 2 disc and manual, and we move the manual and you see there's the other disc. And let's take a look at the discs. As you can see, the first disc is perfectly clean. No signs of resurfacing, no scratches, anything like that. Okay, let's take a look at the other disc. And again, as you can see, absolutely perfect. The actual manual itself is in pristine condition. It looks absolutely brand new. No creases, no marks, no mold, nothing at all. That's really nice. So yeah, so that is typical of the quality of games which are not in the junk section. They look pretty much brand new. Unfortunately, this version is missing the spine card and the registration card. But yeah, that's kind of common. The case is in perfect condition as well. No cracks on that. Okay, let's take a look at another game. So this game is from the junk section. This is Cyber Sled. This cost me 200 yen. Okay, let's take a look. How good is the quality? Okay, well, taking out of the slipcase. The slipcase, I put that on myself. I do that with all my games. We can see that it has the spine card, and that's in great condition. No problems there. And taking a look inside, we can see that the game itself has no scratches on it. Well, actually, there's some microscopic scratches, but nothing that you can really see. Okay, let's take a look at the manual. We got the registration card in there, that's good to see. And the manual itself is perfectly clean with no blemishes on it, so that's nice to know. Okay, on to another junk item. This time it's for the PlayStation 2. This is Devil's May Cry 3. Now the reason I picked this up is because I've never played it, and Devil's May Cry 4 has just come out recently and it's getting great reviews, so I thought I don't really want to pick that up just yet because I played the demo and it was good, but it didn't seem like it was for me, so I thought I'll give Devil's May Cry 3 a try. And this is one excellent game, by the way. It's really good. I have played Devil's May Cry 1 and 2 and they didn't click with me, but this one certainly did. Anyway, let's take a look at this junk disc. Okay, so as you can see, being a PlayStation 2 box, the box has some, minor scuffs on it. You can kind of see them if reflecting in the light. But the cover behind the plastic casing is perfectly fine. Opening up the box, we can see the manual has certainly got some wear. We got the registration card in there, so that's nice. Yeah, the pages are slightly creased, a little bit bending on them. But overall, it's in very good condition. There's no pen, no marks, no mold, no coffee stains, whatever. So yeah, it's fairly clean. As for the disc, yep, absolutely spot on, looks perfect. No complaints there. Okay, and let's take a look at the last junk game pickup I bought from Hard Up. This is Aero Dancing 4. Now, I love the Aero Dancing series on the Sega Dreamcast. I think I had Aero Dancing the original, then Aero Dancing I, Aero Dancing F. There was also a Himitsu Aero Dancing disc, and I'm sure there was another one as well. But I really did like the Aero Dancing series on the Sega Dreamcast. And it just seemed obvious that I should pick up Aero Dancing 4. Unfortunately, this one is not in that good condition, so let's check it out. Okay, just like the Devil's May Cry case, you can see that it has some scuffs and stuff on it. In fact, this one's pretty badly scuffed up. This is proper junk style casing. Opening up the box, we can see that the manual is in not great condition. You can also see there's a little tab missing from the place that holds the manual in the case. Yeah, the manual has definitely been used and it does look a little bit worn. But again, there are no coffee stains or pen marks or anything like that in it, so I mean the manual is clean, it just doesn't look in the best condition out there. As for the disc, well, let's take a look. Yep, it seems to be very clean. There are some minor, very light hairline scratches on there, I think. It seems to be. But yeah, I mean, that's going to work perfectly fine. No problems whatsoever. Okay, so there you have it. They are the junk games I picked up in my trip to Hardhauf. The PlayStation 2 games and Cyber Sled, I forgot what it was called then, they were all 200 yen each. Now to put that into perspective, if you buy a can of Coke from the vending machine, that's going to cost you 130 yen. If you buy a can of beer, that's going to cost you about 230 yen. So yes, you can buy games for less than a can of beer. Very cheap. And even though they were in the junk section, the condition of them was fairly good. Now, quite often I'll buy games in the junk section that look absolutely perfect, as the Cyber said clearly proves. But occasionally you do get the ones like Halo Dancing 4 that do look a little bit rough. But definitely nothing compared to the crap I've seen when I take visits to the UK and I go to the second-hand stores, and some of the conditions of those games is unbelievable. They got pen on the discs, the manuals that just basically look like a dog chewed them up and then shut them back out. They look awful. And then they ask, you know, pretty high prices for that crap as well. Unbelievable. Anyway. We'll be back to the regular gaming pickups in the next gaming pickups video, or the regular style of the videos I should say. And don't forget, if you have any gaming pickups yourself, send me over the pictures. The email address is down below there. And hopefully we'll have a lot of your images to show the people in the next video. Until next time, take it easy and keep on gaming.